Thursday night, Newark, New Jersey. We welcome you from Prudential Center. And the Sweet 16, our second matchup of the night. For a trip to the Elite Eight, it is the Duke Blue Devils, a 1 seed, taking on the Arizona Wildcats. Arizona comes in as a 4 seed. The winner will match up against the Alabama Crimson Tide. Arizona out of the Big 12, their first year in the Big 12. Duke, the lone representative remaining from the ACC. Alabama put on a record-setting performance. They knocked down 25 made threes, set an NCAA tournament record, and they beat BYU 113 to 118. Mark Sears had 34. And we welcome you. Hi, everybody. Brian Anderson along with Jim Jackson. We'll hear from Allie LaForce in just a moment. These players being introduced as we speak, and there are some dynamic players in this one. This is also a rematch from a late November game between Duke and Arizona.
Yeah, but the teams are a little bit different, especially from a Duke perspective, because the 3 freshmen in Malawach and also Con Knipple and Cooper Flagg, they've grown in all areas, especially defensively. So that makes this team a lot different. But from an Arizona perspective, love to get downhill, they love to get in transition, but the offense begins and ends with how Caleb Love plays and shoots the ball.
Well, whether he scores or not, and whether he has a game like he's had before against the Duke Blue Devils. Matter of fact, he knocked Coach K out of the NCAA tournament in his last game as the head coach of Duke. That was